too.
Yeah. We won't feed you. What were some of your impressions?
Well, I think this is year 6 of spring games. We came out injury free, so that was a priority, and I thought the guys competed pretty well. You know, a lot of things we've got to clean up, from little details, pre-snap issues, alignment issues. But I thought both sides had some real positive. I thought our defenses showed improvement all spring long, and you know, I think they're going against a pretty good offense.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, we got some guys a little nicked up, but throughout the course of spring, but nothing that will be an issue as we move forward. So pretty happy with the way things have progressed.
The defense got a lot of pressure. Was that more the D-line or the O-line, do you think?
Well, I think a little bit of it was both. I think the D-line had a good day, and I also think it was a little bit of the rules of engagement today. And you know, I don't know if I told all you guys, but today the coordinators didn't call plays. Today all the plays on offense and defense were called by the assistant coaches. So it's an opportunity for them to professionally grow and get a chance to call plays, which they all aspire to do. And then number 2, it gives me a chance to evaluate them a little bit and see how things go when they have a big play or things didn't go very well. So it was good. So it was a little bit different play calling than we usually get. So sometimes on offense especially, a little hard to get into a little bit of an ebb and flow and go from there. But those are excuses. We've got a lot of stuff to work on, but I think we improved our depth this spring. Yeah, you know, Chris, I think that our defensive line has really improved. That side of the ball, and I think I said it early in spring, was very grateful for the negative comments about them, and they've used that as fuel. And as they said starting spring, you know, we deserve it. We didn't play very well last year at times, and you know, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to respond? And that's something that we value here, and they've taken that, you know, kind of external motivation a little bit to really band together. And I like our chemistry right now on defense. I mean, Arnie and Tyler Scott on the field are doing as good a job as anybody we've had in our program, leading from in the D-line. We've had some great ones now, and they're right there up there with it. I really like the job that David Wabusi's been doing with those 2 young linebackers. You know, they're now going to get a little bit older with Colin and Chichi. And then Ibrahim's had a nice job, done a nice job leading. So, you know, we've got, I think, some solid leadership, and I'm not even talking about Q Williams, who's been dinged up, but he's done a nice job. So far, so good with that group, but now the critical time is right now, what they do between now and August.
Fitz, when you say that Tyler and Arnie are leading, what do you mean exactly? How are they leading?
Well, number 1, they're leading by example. I think that they're doing everything possible that they can possibly do. Extra film study, extra time in the weight room, working and teaching the young guys, hey, when Coach Long says apples, this is what apples means in a peer-to-peer perspective. They're getting the guys together and creating a culture where doing that extra work is becoming the norm. And then when they're on the practice field, they're having fun. I mean, they got a chance to learn from some pretty special guys that have been here before them. And when we've had fun and cut it loose, we've been pretty good up front. And we weren't very good a year ago with creating pressure. And that puts a lot of pressure on our secondary. And so with that being said, the guys know what they need to do and work on. And I think we've taken a positive step forward for 15 practices.
What did you think of Trevor and Zach? And is Zach pushing Trevor for playing time?
You know, I'm not so sure I'm ready to anoint anything from that standpoint, but I think we've got 3 pretty darn good quarterbacks, you know, that have skill sets that are unique to themselves and can help us win games. You know, Zach, as coming out of a redshirt freshman year, is really still learning a lot of things. You know, I think we snapped the ball a bunch when he was out there today under 10 seconds, so his sense of urgency needs to go up a little bit, and that will happen with comfort. You know, I think Trev's doing a really nice job taking those steps. You know, he really is. He moved today well in the pocket. You know, I thought he had a pretty good day. And then, you know, again, Kane, I thought he's had a really good spring. He's done a great job leading the offense. And, you know, maybe today's snapshot might not be his best practice in the spring, but he's done a really good job throughout.
Coach, what do you think of the secondary overall?
Without watching the tape, I mean, I think we gave up a couple plays. That was a heck of a catch by Cam Dickerson, you know. And the secondary, you got to compete, you got to challenge things, and I think we're doing that better. I think we're playing pretty physical back there, and you know they're going to make some catches. I mean, when I was in camp with Troy Aikman, you know, I remember Coach Zampese saying timing and ball placement, the right timing with the proper ball placement. You can't cover any pitch and catch if the route's run right and they're thrown on time. So they're going to catch some balls on you. But what I like today is there was a throw, a catch, and a tackle. There wasn't a lot of post contact, and that's been kind of the theme of spring. We've been very aggressive. We've also run a lot of double moves on those guys and try to take advantage of their aggressiveness, and you know they're learning through those experiences.
Okay.
You guys, great. Hey, thanks for covering us all spring long.